I guess a little backstory on who I am. So I'm Angie with CMG. I've been with CMG now. July will be my third year. But I've been in mortgage for 10. So what got me into mortgage was I bought my first house in 2014 with my husband, who was actually my fiance at the time. We are in the thick of wedding planning and decided, hey, what the heck? Let's buy a house too. Let's just add that onto our plate of a million things to do. Because we're trying to find a good spot to settle down, put some roots down. Our son was getting close to going into school. We didn't want to be bounced from school to school. So we decided to buy a house without having any idea at all what we were doing. It was very spontaneous, let's just put it that way. And the process itself was fine, but we didn't know anything. Like I remember going to my closing and listening about the terms and the private mortgage insurance and all the things associated with it. And I had no idea what any of that was. I just felt very uneducated in that regard. I mean, I knew how to make my payment on time. Like I pay my rent, but now, as a mortgage, it's a lot different. There's a lot involved with the mortgage. Because I know when my brother had bought a house before me, he had a program where he had no money down. So I was like, oh, I want that program. I don't want to put it. I don't have one. I'm paying for a wedding. I don't got money. We don't have money right now. But we didn't qualify for it because of our income. And I had no idea. So I think it's just the more you know, the more confident you can feel in that home buying process. So, and that was kind of like my light bulb moment because I was working in retail at that time, working third shift too, which was very exciting. And I just decided that retail wasn't really what I wanted to do because I don't have that stone veneer, where I can handle people that are just downright nasty. People are just mean. You work in the retail industry. It's just some people just forget that you're a human, and that's not something that's fun to go home, after dealing with all that. So I was like, retail is not my end game. It was great in high school, and then through the beginning parts of my adult life, but that wasn't my future career plans. And then I decided that I really wanted to learn about mortgages and how to help people buy houses and that warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you get to the closing table and you're so happy that you just bought your own house and you walk into the house and it's just blank. And you can do whatever you want. It's just like that feeling is very surreal. Like you can't really explain it to anybody how that feeling is. And I'm sure you have that exact same feeling when you bought your house, recently divorced on your own. It's just one of those feelings that really makes the job the best. I mean, it really does. So, and ever since then, I left retail in 2015. And I haven't looked back.
I've been in real estate for about 6.5 years now. I started with EXP, went to Coldwell Banker, and then now I've been on my own with Real Home Realty, brokered by Real, since actually December 1st is now a year that I've been kind of.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, I love it. Being with Real under my own name now kind of gives me more flexibility to help my clients a little bit better, cater to their needs more and stuff. So I love it. It's a great company. And I got into real estate because my kids were getting older and I was looking for something to get out of the house a little bit, start to meet, kind of more people. I worked from home as my kids were growing up for a publishing and marketing company. And so that was all behind the scenes. And I missed the human interaction, like face to face. I still had it on the phone, but, again, some of those people, you got your keyboard warriors that can send you a nasty email and yell at you on the phone. And it's better face to face. And, real estate, yeah, you still get your crabby people, but hey, it's fine.
And you get that anywhere. I mean, it's just, that's being an adult. Honestly.
Yeah, it is. Right, exactly.
Some people are just not happy.
But it is definitely a lot better. And I absolutely enjoy what I do. I love to educate people, especially first-time home buyers.
We want to bring on some guest speakers to talk about all things home related, whether you're a current homeowner, future homeowner, to kind of go over some things to look out for and just be aware of, how to prevent chimney fires or how to prevent ice damming in your home or how to take proper photos when you're trying to sell your house, just all the things. So trying to cover all the things that are beneficial for anybody who owns a home or wants to own a home.
I clean my fireplace myself.
No, absolutely not.
The sneaker
Well,
shop back and stick it up the chimney.
maybe you can stand up in there and get your noodle or your toilet bowl brush and get up there and sweep that.
You can just be like Santa, just wear like a suit and just slide down the chimney.
I'm not saying that I plan on it.
You could be like them little European kids. I mean, back in the
I'm not saying
back in the day, they used to throw them little kids down the chimney, and then they started getting cancer, and that's how they. Stopped it.
Let's not do that.
I'm not saying that I wanted to, although I think it might be kind of fun to try, maybe. But I'm just
let
saying.
me know. I'll get you all the stuff, and you can.
Preventative measures can lead to long-term savings.
Right.
Nobody wants to wake up with a pool of water in their house. And
right.
Regular inspections, all it takes is a look around. I'm not recommending everybody climb up on the roof.
Yeah,
if you want to, more power to you. So, but hey, that's what we're here. We're here to help. We're here to inspect, give honest advice, feedback. And we'll tell you straightforward if hey, you got some life left in this roof, there's no damage, or hey, it's time to get this done for you. Otherwise, you're gonna have bigger fish to fry. So.
Yeah, you don't want to push it off too long. That becomes a bigger problem and a bigger expense.
Our biggest barrier to getting people housed or moved on from our program after 45 days, which is what our program is designed for, is a housing shortage. So there isn't a lot of safe, affordable housing in our country, let alone
literally
in our
anywhere.
county.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah.
There's been a lot of groups that have gotten that going and some building happening, things getting formed. But for people who are in crisis right now and need a safe place to go, it's really tough to navigate that system.
Unfiltered part also means that sometimes it's our opinion. It may not always be everybody else's opinion. So keep that in mind.
We're using a carpet that's 20 years old.
Yeah, and
with
who
their
knows
dog.
what's in that carpet?
Yeah,
That's a gross.
yeah.
Carpet is gross. I mean, I like carpet, but it's gross.
And I tell them what I would list it at, and then we go from there. But yeah, if you want to sell your house quick, price it strategically, depersonalize the house.
That's a big one.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a big one.
And then also declutter, right? So you want your buyer to come in and be able to go, oh, I want the couch there, and oh, we could put the TV up there, or
Yeah.
you have to kind of make it somewhat empty so they can visualize their stuff there. Now, if they're walking into a house and there's clutter everywhere, like, there's
closets packed full and
clothes there
Yeah.
or stuff here. People don't see the value. That actually brings their value of the house, their value, their opinion, however you want to say it, down.
It's not just because it's Samsung, smarty pants.
I think it is. I don't know. Samsungs are like foreign to me. My parents had Samsungs. And I'm like, I can't help you with that. That's too foreign. Like, I like my iPhone.
You iPhone users think you're like way up here.
It's because we are.
No, you're not.
And my clients do embrace my quirkiness.
Right. Right. But again, that's what makes you you.
Correct,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, again, we're not robots. We're humans. We each
Mhm.
have our own personalities and our own traits, and the right people will attract to you. You have that following where you'll end up with the right.
I used to work for a company that had transaction fees. There was $150 buyer agency fee that got paid from the buyer at closing to my company. There was also a transaction fee for me to list your house for sale.
Oh, so there's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there is. And when I inquired about what is the transaction fee, there was no real great answer. So
it doesn't tell you what the fee actually goes towards. It's just a fee that you have to pay. Interesting.
Yeah. So how do I then now tell my seller, tell my buyer, well, this is the transaction fee. Well, what's the transaction fee for?
For the transaction.
So yeah, for us to
Obviously.
babysit the transaction.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it as, isn't that kind of what the seller's already paying when it comes to closing fees as far as like commissions and you know,
Yeah.
things like that. So I would never impose those onto my buyers or my sellers. I would pay them myself out of pocket because I chose to work for that company.
Mhm.
So therefore, it's on me. And I never ever charged a buyer or a seller for that.
This is just two best friends who love what they do and want to bring education and awareness to everybody while also keeping it fun and lighthearted.
Circling back, so if anybody has, we don't want to get too in detail on the nitty gritty because literally every situation is different.
Oh, absolutely.
Every buyer, every seller,
Every house.
every loan,
Every offer.
every single thing is different. So if you have a specific question for Bridget or myself in regards to selling your house, or if you want to learn more
Buying.
about interest rates or buying, or you want to know how to, you know, bridge your equity from one house to other, like we can help give you more one-on-one information on that. That's not meant for a public forum because again, everything is subjective to your situation directly.
Absolutely.
It's not always about the sale. Like I don't.
If you chase dollar signs and not if you see your clients with dollar signs, that's going to show through in what you do. You're not going to see them as a person; you see them as a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And that may be appropriate in some markets, but some markets, like, you need to be a person with these people. You need to be a real person with these people, you know, and understand where they're coming from, and brainstorm, get creative, figure out what you can do, you know, and
Right.
it's
And again, it's communication.
Yeah.
Like if you are, you know, struggling, not sure where to go or how to get started on anything, reach out to me. You know, let's talk. Let's text, let's email, let's sit down face to face.
Can I ask you a random question?
Oh, boy.
Now that I keep on thinking about Step Brothers and The Neighbor and how he acts like his brother is dying in the house. If somebody dies in a house, do you have to disclose that?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I mean, if you're aware of it,
Like if one of your, you know, you had a elderly family member, you know, in
Yeah.
the home. Like, well, my grandparents, when they sold their house, my uncle had passed in the house because he was ill, you know, so he passed because he wanted to be comfortable, you know, where he had his final place. But it's like, I wonder if they had to disclose that he had died in the house.
if somebody asks,
Okay.
you have to let them know for sure.
Okay.
So it's not like you can hide it. You don't have to put it on the condition report, but if a
Is
buyer,
it a question on the condition report? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is there
I
a
don't,
question?
I
on
don't
there
think so. I'm
asking
gonna have to
that?
go back. I don't believe so. When I looked a couple of years ago,
Okay.
it wasn't. But now I'm gonna have to double check
Yeah.
because they have updated a couple things on there. But no, if you're aware that somebody has passed in the home and a buyer does question it, you do have to let them know.
Okay.
And believe it or not, it's a common question.
Well, yeah, because people are worried about spirits and, you know, weird juju in the house.
The house that I bought, somebody died in, and I absolutely love it. Like that was one of the things that drew me to it.
Yeah, well, you're weird. You like that kind of stuff. I don't like that kind of stuff. Like when we did that ghost tour in Door County, and I saw that ghost in the window. I'm still traumatized by that.
And I'm the lender. I'm licensed in lending. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a realtor. I'm not a therapist.
Well, I am a therapist.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear all different types of stories, and you know, and I even tell my clients, hey, it's gonna get ugly. You know, especially right now. You're gonna get, you know, the home inspections. You're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna get upset. Call me, vent,
talk it through.
Exactly.
You know?
Oh, absolutely. I'm here for that. I
Right.
do not, you know, I'm all in when I sell your property or help you buy your property. I'm not just, well, showed you the house, I wrote the contract, got you accepted
Right.
offer.
I'll
We'll
see you on the
negotiate.
23rd.
Yeah, we'll negotiate, you know, things that we need to. But yeah, if you need to vent. If you're having a freak out moment, call me, text me.
Let's talk it through.
Exactly. I actually had a lot of clients that have done that, and they're like, I feel better now.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like,
a
okay.
lot of emotion arises in the process. Like there's a lot of things going on. I mean, there could be happy emotions, sad. I mean, you literally go through the whole spectrum of emotion when you're going through the home buying process. Because